Hello, we are back. Today's Wednesday, February 6, 2019. I see you have a new subscriber. Thank you very much. If you get a chance, hit that subscribe button. We're live every day the market's open. As soon as the market closes, I'm on here giving the report, giving some insight to the big movers of the day. Hopefully some stocks you've never heard of before, something new you can put on your watch list. We had some huge movers today, even though the markets were pretty flat. Dow was down by only 20 points. Everything was, nothing moving real big in the large indexes today, but individual stocks, there were some huge movers today. We'll start out with the losers today. Stock that's familiar with big losses is the Container Store, TCS, down 23% today. Huge move. They announced weak holiday sales. I remember a few months ago, I think it was maybe their last earnings report, they were down about the same, 20 or 25%. That stock has really fallen. I think it was at a high of around $45 here 2-3 years ago, and now it's down to five something. So, it's a company that, I watch just because it's so volatile, but I guess that company doesn't really get me too excited. Containers, I guess, maybe if you're a female investor, but anyway, new age beverages, NBEV. When we talk about just about every day, it seems like no news today out of new age beverages, but they were down 7.5%. TLRY, another marijuana company, was also down 6%. All the marijuana companies, for whatever reason, were down today. Not really any news, just some selling going on there. Some stocks that were up big today. This is one that I've been watching really closely. I've thought about buying some here for about a month and I've held off just because it kept falling. But it bounced back big today with Snapchat, SNAP, Snapchat. Everybody's familiar with Snapchat. Finished up 21% today on strong user growth. So keep an eye on that one. Still under $10, but finished at $8.59 today, actually up 22%. So Snapchat finally getting a breath of fresh air there. We'll see if they can continue that rally. Another stock that's always on the move, ImmunoGen, IMGN, small biotech company, up 14% today on no news, 14%. Unless there's something I couldn't find, but just a lot of volatility in that stock as well. That's one if you're a trader. I'm sure you've traded that one before. Skyworks. I believe Skyworks is a chip maker. I believe they make chips for parts for the iPhone and GoPro cameras and things like that. They announced stock buyback today, and their shares rallied 11.5%. Not sure if I'd buy into the stock buyback rally, but it's a stock I like to follow. It's had quite a good run here the last few years, so keep an eye on Skyworks. Another one today we talk about this all the time too, that I'm really interested in, and I've been between Snapchat and Overstock.com, OSTK. That one piques my interest a lot because of how volatile it's been and how much it's fallen here. And the valuation seems to be really cheap. It's still for everything they have going on. It's $500 and some million is all market cap. So I was watching it this morning. It was down 1.5% this morning, just kind of floating along there, not really doing a whole lot. And then all of a sudden, about 2 o'clock, just out of nowhere, it spikes up to over 10%. So no news, just spiked up, and it's some huge buy, I guess. So we'll see if that can continue. Overstock up big today. Close over $20 today. Hasn't done that in a little while, so keep an eye on Overstock.com. Could rally from here since it's if it can stay above that $20 mark, but it's just huge moves. That one makes me nervous holding much money in that one because it can also do the same thing, and it could also drop 10% at any second too. That thing is just so volatile. SoftBank, another stock that was up big today on buyback news, buying back a bunch of their stock. SoftBank was up 8% today. Read an article about SoftBank recently, and all the investments they have, and all these high tech companies, future technology. So SoftBank is a really interesting company. They have their hands in a lot of things, a lot of technology. So that's one to that one stock has fallen quite a bit too. I think it's got a nice bump today, but SoftBank is one you might want to consider buying some shares, and that's one I think you hold. I don't think you buy and sell that one. You can, but I think you what I would do is hold that one. It's come back quite a bit actually. It was 2012. It was at 14. Then went all the way up to 44 within 2 years, then back down to 18, and then up to 50 here in 2018. And now it's at 42. So it is kind of high still. It's pretty volatile. I don't know. Dividend there? Nah, just a 0.5% dividend. So I don't know. Keep an eye on SoftBank. Interesting company. Personally, don't have anything invested in them, and unless it falls quite a bit, I don't think I'm going to. See, NIO company I've considered buying shares in, which I never have, but they're up over 6% today. That's one that IPO'd here just in 2018, so it hasn't been on the market very long. They make they have some futuristic cars in China. They're called the Tesla of China. They're working on driverless cars and kind of turning your car into a living space. Really interesting company. If you go on the website, NIO, NIO, that's how you spell. That's the ticker symbol, and that's how you spell the name of the company. They're up 6.5% today. You watch their videos. They're just kind of promotional videos. Sometimes you don't know if you can really. It's just sometimes it's just a bunch of hype. But if they can follow through on their dreams and their aspirations here, and make the kind of car that they show in the videos, this company is really going to take off. I think in the future, it's one of those though that they're going to need. They're going to be like a Tesla, really volatile. They need a lot of money to produce these cars. It looks like it IPO'd at about $12, $13, fell right away, almost 50%. It looks like it got down to under $6. Now it's up to it's been trading up ever since that big fall right at the beginning. It's closed at $8.40 today. So market cap there I think is about 8 billion something. Yep, 8.6 billion. So pretty kind of a rich valuation too if you look at the balance sheet. A lot of debt, not much for earnings. So but you never know. That's one that could go either way. It's pretty much a gamble, unless you have some knowledge that the rest of us don't have. That's pretty much a gamble. So interesting company though. Always following those technology companies, trying to find the next Tesla. That's why I read these technology magazines and read all these articles because I'm trying to find the next Tesla, find the next Google, the next Facebook. So, and that's why I'd like to get some more subscribers, some more people watching, so we could share some ideas and other stocks that we come across. So, okay, well that's actually all we have for today, as far as the big movers. But I got a phone call here. Got to go. See you guys tomorrow.